Hello, hello, hello. I'm Nick from Inspired Incompetence, back once again with a Pokemon Unite stream. For any of you that aren't familiar with Inspired Incompetence, we are actually a group of friends that do an actual play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Well, to be more accurately, we play Pathfinder, but if you've never heard of Pathfinder, it's basically Dungeons and Dragons. You can find our podcast anywhere you would download any other podcast, you know, iTunes, Podkicker, Beankicker, literally anywhere you can download a podcast, you can download us. Or if you want, you can go straight to our website, which is inspiredincompetence.com. All of our episodes are listed on there. But yeah, today I will be streaming some Pokemon Unite for you guys. I'm gonna do my best to try and treat this stream as a little bit more educational. So this is a good stream to try and learn the game if you've never played or if you've seen it. I'll do my best to kind of give some rundowns and explanation as to why I'm doing certain things in the game. So, with that said, I think the first thing I want to do, since this is supposed to be more of a educational stream for the game, is we're going to go into the practice area real quick and just go over some key things that happen in the game. Doesn't really matter who I pick here. I'm really actually just want to kind of give you guys a chance to see the map itself, and kind of explain how that works and what the goal, basic rules, things like that of the game is. So, the way the game works is you have teams of 5 against each other, and they're comprised of actual people playing over the internet. Okay, so everyone you see on the screen will basically be another real person. This is the map. Let's see, I can enlarge it a little bit here. And the first thing that you should notice about the map is it's symmetrical. If you drew a line down the middle and flipped it in half, it would match up perfectly. And why that is important has to do with all those little yellow dots you see on the map. They represent these lane Pokemon. This guy right here that I'm highlighting with my move. So all those little dots are one of those guys. Okay? These are how you gain experience to level up. Now, if you watch, I'm going to fight this one, and I'm at level 2 coming up on level 3. We see that right by my health bar. And when I killed him, I got experience, and I leveled up. The max level you can get to in the game is 15. Well, the max level in each match for your Pokemon is 15. I wouldn't say it's rare that that happens, but you're more commonly to see people at the end of the game somewhere around 12 to 14 maybe. Um, but yeah, basically, so the map's mirrored. And what this does is it creates pivotal points throughout the game where, as you can see, there's an even amount of those yellow dots spread out. But then you come to, like, this is a good example early in the game. This little red lobster looking guy, he's right down the middle. Same with these bees, right? So there's not an even split for both sides of them. So what you really want to focus on when you're leveling up and fighting in lane is trying to grab the experience that's right in the middle, because that's basically what shifts the tide of which team is stronger. So you'll see when we get into an actual game, I'll put a lot of importance on wherever I am on the map, trying to gain either the opponent's XP or the middle XP, which again is like this core fish and the bees. If you start to cross over, if we look up at the top left on the mini map, I'm starting to get into the enemy side, right? So if I kill anything on this side, and I get XP from it, I'm directly taking away XP that's supposed to go to my opponent, which in turn should lead to me gaining a level advantage over them, which when you inevitably have to fight somebody, having an extra level or even two, it makes a huge difference, right? So now, if you'll notice, we'll go back to the mini map. At the very top and bottom of the middle of the map, we see two larger yellow dots that kind of look like little cat faces, right? They got little things peeking up for their ears and stuff. These are map objectives that spawn at different intervals throughout the game. These essentially are points and times during the match where you're forced to fight over these objectives, and you then which results in you generally having to fight the opposing team. So this one down here, this turtle-looking guy, he's called Dreadnought, and basically the way he works is whatever team gets the last hit on him, and I actually should back up and rewind that the way experience works, you just saw the computer kill me, the way you gain experience in this game is determined by who has the last hit on the Pokemon before it dies. So if you last hit it, then you get the experience. Doesn't matter if I've done 99% of the damage on him prior. As long as you get that last killing shot, you get the experience. So coming back to Dreadnought real quick. When you beat this guy, you get whatever team gets the last hit on him, all the members of that team gain some experience towards the new level, and they gain a temporary shield. Now, Dreadnought is the only thing in the game right now that if I kill it, my teammates also gain XP from it, even if they didn't hit it or do any damage to it. So it's kind of important. It's the type of thing that you don't want to just ignore. Hopefully your team has played enough games, they understand that that's an important objective, and they go to it. Now, simultaneously, when he spawns, this Pokemon up here at the opposite end of the map spawns. His name is Rotom. Now, there's some debate between who's more important to do, Rotom or Dreadnought. Currently, the way it stands, it's kind of really up to what you prefer. What Rotom does is when you get the last hit on him, he actually will join your team and he'll start moving down the map towards the opponent's goal. If he reaches the opponent's goal, he puts an instant dunk timer on it. So as you'll watch, I'll try and dunk right now. See how that thing's timing up? It takes a certain amount of time. Well, if you secure a Rotom and he gets to your enemy goal, there is no timer. You just automatically dunk instantaneously. You can't be stopped. You can't be stunned out of it. As long as you're on the goal and the timer is running, you hit X, boom, you automatically dunk. So you can see where these guys can be pretty important, right? Okay. Now, the way you win a match is whatever team dunks the most goals, or they're not goals, whoever dunks the most Eos energy onto the goals, at the end, the team with the most dunks wins. You get the Eos energy from killing these lane Pokemon. As you can see, there's a little picture of a Pokeball with a 5 above him. So when I kill him, if I can target him, I get 5 Pokeballs, right? They're not called Pokeballs in the game. They're called Eos energy. So I take my Eos energy and I dunk it in my goal. I got 14 points. So 1 point for every Eos energy that I dunk. Now, we're coming up on about 45 seconds to the 2-minute mark. Matches are all 10 minutes long. But at the 2-minute mark, what you're going to see is in the very center of the map, right down here, the center, Zapdos, you should see there's a countdown timer going, is going to spawn here. Now, when you hit the 2-minute mark, all scores, all dunks, are worth double points. So I'm going to kill this guy. Let's see here. So we're at 23 points right now. We showed earlier you go up dunk, you get 23 points. But after 2 minutes, it's doubled. So I'm going to get 46 for dunking this. Boom. 46 because we were right at the 2-minute mark. Simultaneously at the 2-minute mark, we get this Zapdos that spawns in the middle. Okay? So it's very similar to the Dreadnought and the Rotom in the sense that, both teams are most likely going to show up here. And the idea is you want to be the team that gets the last hit to get it. Now, if you last hit Zapdos, what he does is he fills everybody with 30 of the Eos energy. His computer does not want to let me stand there and actually show you guys, so hopefully I don't die again. Yeah, okay, we're good. So, if you last hit the Zapdos, he gives you 30 energy, and he puts an instant dunk timer on all of the opposing team's remaining goals. So, if you get that, it's also after 2 minutes. So he's basically giving you full energy and an instant dunk timer. So a lot of matches, basically the first 8 minutes, I don't want to say don't matter, but you could get absolutely crushed. You're losing every map objective. Your team's dying left and right. You're having no success whatsoever. But you get the last hit on Zapdos, you're probably going to win. Because you're all just going to run over to the opposing team's goals. You're going to dunk a bunch of points because you're going to have a minimum of 30. And they're all going to be worth double points because they're after the 2-minute mark. So, yeah, a lot of games you'll see really the deciding factor is that Zapdos mark. The reason why I wouldn't say the first 8 minutes are I don't want to say they're unnecessary, they don't play a factor in, because if your team takes a lead in the first 8 minutes and they can keep incrementally building on that, by the time Zapdos spawns and you all have to fight over it, if you can have a level to 2 level advantage on everyone on the other team, you should be able to very handily take them out and then secure the Zapdos in the win. So, while Zapdos is always the most important deciding factor, and literally you can be losing an entire game, win that, and win the game, you still really want to take advantage of the first 8 minutes. And that's not to say that you couldn't win a game without securing the Zapdos. It does happen. Sometimes you're just, you win the first 8 minutes so hard and you have such a big point lead that it doesn't matter that the other team gets Zapdos. But it's really unlikely. I would guess if you were able to get statistics for every game played, probably like 5%. It doesn't happen much. If you've watched any of my previous streams, you'll know I'm usually pretty dumbfounded on the rare occasions that I've won a match and lost the Zapdos secure. So that's a quick little down and dirty rundown. I think having an understanding of the map and how things work will make it easier. So as I'm playing a match and I say, oh, I want to go do this, and I want to do it for this reason why, you'll understand easier why that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and get into a match here. Do I want to do... I think I'll do a standard match instead of a ranked match. Standard and ranked mode are the exact same map, 5-on-5. The only difference is, obviously, ranked is ranked. There's a ladder system that you can climb up through and, let you kind of know where your skill level and play is at. Currently, I'm in Veteran Class 5. If you look right up above where it says Season 2 there, you'll see that their eligible ranks are Great, Expert, Veteran, Ultra, and Master. Master being the top level. During Season 1, I was Master. I haven't played as much in season 2, and when a new season starts, you get reset and dropped into a lower rank depending on how high what your highest leveled rank was the season prior. So I do have some grinding to do. Anyone that enjoys this video, keep a lookout. I'm planning on doing a lot more live streams, and more than likely, pretty much anytime I'm playing ranked games, it will be live stream. So, you know, if you enjoy it, it's good chance to see some higher skill level play. Now, standard, it's the same exact map, 5 on 5. There's no rank in it. This is a good mode to come into when you're first learning the game or the first time you're playing the game. It's a great mode for if you want to try a new build or a new combination of held items. Standard's a good place to go to just kind of see what something does without it affecting your ranking at all. Um, Sometimes it's fun just to go in there and mess around. Um, one of the differences though between ranked and standard is because there's only one map for 5 on 5. There is a correct way to play the map itself. There are certain things that you should do in a certain order, and like the map objectives. They spawn at a certain time. It always spawns at that time every match. So what happens is in standard, you generally get a lot of new players that don't understand what the proper way to play the map is versus ranked, where you still get players that don't understand, but you're more likely to have more people understand where to go, when to go, what to do first, second, third, that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind. Um, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into a game here. I think I will try and play Cinderace if I can. So as you can see, when you get into a game, you come to that screen where you pick your Pokemon. You can see your teammates are. Um, you can't have two of the same Pokemon, so sometimes you'll get in and people will have already picked someone you want. It happens. I recommend trying to have at least 2 to 4 Pokemon that you feel you play really well, just to avoid when you get into a game. Let's say you only play one Pokemon really well, and somebody picks it. Well, now you got to play a whole 10-minute game with somebody you don't really like. Just some advice, something that I ran into in the beginning when I was playing and found a little frustrating. But again, there's a lot of Pokemon to choose from, so it shouldn't be that hard finding any second. Um, I have called the center area. So when we looked at the map, there was 2 pathways you could go down. There was the top path, the bottom path. They're known as lanes. And then I'm going to be doing what's called the jungle. Instead of going into a lane, I'm going to go into the middle. And you'll see that there are those Pokemon that give experience when you kill them in there. And what you want to do for the jungle is, hopefully nobody comes in here. So you send one person to the jungle, and what ends up happening is if you get all of the XP out of the jungle, that the person in the jungle will end up with a 1 level advantage over any Pokemon that stay in the lane. So the idea is you send one of your strongest Pokemons into the jungle, they get a level advantage, and then they become what's called the carry. So their job is when you have team fights or you have battles with the opposing team, because you have a 1 level advantage, you should be able to carry your team to winning that scenario. It doesn't always work that way. Also keep in mind, our opposing team also has somebody in the jungle right now doing the same thing that I'm doing. See, this guy's up here took that experience from me. I should be level 5 right now instead of level 4. Now, having that extra level makes it a lot easier to help take out some of our enemies here in this lane. But again, when I was talking about in standard, there's, newer players that don't understand that. That player probably had no idea that he was supposed to leave that there for me and was just thinking, oh, I need to level up. As you can see, I'm kind of stuck here on level 4 right now. And level 5 is a big level for my Pokemon. Oh, okay. Let's go try and take that too. Because I evolve. So I get a stat increases when I evolve. And at certain levels, you'll actually get to choose new moves. Stronger moves, and then upgrade the moves that you chose. Oh, I'm going to die here, I think. It feels like it. It feels like it. Ooh, just got away. Alright, I'm going to leave now because I'm low on health. And because, as you see, the Pokemon have respawned in the jungle. So, basically, the way I want to play the map is I want to come into the jungle, get all the XP, then I want to tuck into a lane, see if I can get any scores or kills while I'm in that lane, and then once these Pokemon respawn, I want to get back in the jungle and make sure I get them for the XP. And I basically just keep running that technique over and over. Get jungle, go into a lane, go back to jungle, get XP, run into a lane. Now I'm going to teleport back to our home base just to heal up. And I didn't think we did very well up in that top lane. So I'm going to try and get to come down to bottom this time, see how that goes. Okay. Interesting. Charizard. So we got a kill there. I'd like to be able to score here. Ooh, I might die. Okay, so I was able to kill her. We basically traded lives there. I probably got a little too greedy trying to go for the score. You saw I had to stop the timer and start running, and I still couldn't get away. But that being said, we got 2 kills for 1 there. And hopefully we can get another one right here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe. Yep. That was a good pickup by us. Team's working pretty good together right now. Oh. Right now, because I'm a range character, I do good damage, but I'm pretty squishy, so I kind of just want to stay back, keep distance, and hit people with pot shots, and let my bigger and beefier teammates really get in there. Oh. Okay. Now, what we really want is this. Ooh. But at the same time, I can see that my jungle's back up. And I would really, really like to have that XP, but it doesn't. Oh, are we doing good things here? Are we doing good things? We're undecided. Could be good, could be bad. Oh, good things by me. I just popped that little squirrel guy. And yep, we took down the big old woolly mammoth guy. Ooh. Now, my team should be falling back since we killed 2 of theirs and be doing the map objective, right? But again, we're in a standard game, so most of them probably don't even understand how important this guy is. Now, as long as they can keep them off of... Oh. So see how he was able to come in at the last second, get that last hit off? Oh, I'm stuck on this rock. I think we can kill this guy if we hit him. Oh, I might die. I'm going to have to use my ultimate move. These two are doing a great job together. Oh. Okay. It's time to go back. I spent a lot more time down there than I normally would when I could have been up here getting all this juicy XP. And I'm just really right now, my big concern is oh, what's this going on here? Oh boy. Oh, wow. So what happened there was that little bird-looking guy was using his ultimate, which is why I tried to go around that center block there. Um, Obviously, he saw what I was doing, and his teammate cut me off. And I am pretty squishy. I can do lots of damage with this character. I don't don't take a hit well. Um, if you've ever heard the term glass cannon before, that's very much what this character. Oh, that was a great shot. It was a blind shot. Picked up the kill. Oh, got the second kill. See, I do a lot of damage. If I hit you, you're gonna feel it. Okay, and I need to go back and get health. So we're not too bad. We're almost level 13, coming up on the 2 minute mark. When I play, I typically aim for being at least level 13 by the 2 minute mark. The reason behind that is level 13 is, which there you saw, is the last level that one of your moves can get upgraded. So right now, from this point on for the rest of the match, I have all the moves that I will ever have, and uh, they're at their most powerful ranking for the move. You can get up to level 15 in a match is where it caps out. Um, you do get stat increases for level 14 and 15. Um, but typically, as long as you have 13 and both of your moves are fully powered up, you should be alright. Oop, I thought I was in the grass there so you couldn't see me. Oh no, I'm in trouble. I got very deep there. Oh, I got to ult just to stay alive. Oh my god, this character. Life forever. Okay, now he chased me way away from the Zapdos. That character is like their tank, wants to be in the front line, takes a lot of damage. That allowed my team to secure the last hit on Zapdos, and they're all trying to run to a goal to dunk for those double points. Unfortunately, we seem to have only had one person dunk. Hmm. They're trying to dunk down here. Nice. Right now, I'm just trying to keep this enemy from gaining anything to dunk. It's going to be close. I'm not sure we won, to be honest. It's going to be really close. We did secure the Zapdos. Oh my god, is it a tie? Oh, wow, so close. So, look, like I said, you know, we secured the Zapdos there, but we still lost. That's pretty rare. You could probably blame me for that. I died during the Zapdos fight, and I didn't dunk any points. I mean, look, we lost by what, 13? And I wasn't able to dunk any points during that match. That's more indicative of my poor play than anything, but we'll go ahead. We'll run another one. See if we can have any better luck than what we just had. All Alright, just waiting on one more person to ready up. So, not all 10 players signaled that they were ready before the timer ran out. So, basically, it doesn't make the game and it looks for a new group of 10. It's kind of nice because there's nothing worse than getting into a game and then, like, one of your teammates goes AFK and they're just not there. And you got to play the whole game 4 on 5 now. Let's see here. Who might I want to play? Let's play a little Decidueye. I've played a few games with this guy. He just came out like 2 weeks ago. He's another one of those kind of glass cannon type characters. Deals a ton of damage, but this guy falls over even faster than the last character that I was playing. I'm significantly worse with this character, but that's probably a lot more to do with I've only played a handful of games with it. I've seen videos and streams of other people playing him. He can be pretty strong. He puts out a lot of damage. He's an attacker type, so he does what he's supposed to. My big thing with him is he doesn't have a lot of maneuverability. So a lot of times, if the enemy team just says, "Hey, there's that guy that does all this damage. Let's get him," he can't get away, and he just falls right over. So I called the jungle again. We'll see if I get it. There's a lot of times in these standard games where you'll call where you're going and people just don't realize what's up, and they run into the middle and take your stuff anyways. If that happens to you, the best thing I could tell you is, see, like, this guy's just stole my XP. Okay. This just kind of sucks, to be honest. The whole reason why I get it. That person probably didn't realize what they were doing. But basically what that did was it took a huge chunk of XP away from me in this beginning run of the jungle, which means I'm not going to be the appropriate level I'm supposed to be when I go down into a lane. And that means I'm not going to be able to carry. But in theory, the opposing team should still have their person in jungle getting all the XP, and now they're going to have a big advantage over us. So as you can see in the last game, I was level 5 when I went up, and now I am level 4. And you can see everyone else in the lane is also level 4. Okay. I might get a kill here. Yes, there we go. We were able to secure that. I think we got a second one here. We do. How nice. Now I gotta be careful because I thought I saw an enemy behind and above my goal. I'm gonna get a dunk off in here so I don't not dunk the whole game again. And now, if you look up at my little mini map, we can start to see those yellow dots are reappearing in the jungle, which means my Pokemon have respawned. And what I'm doing right here is, because that guy took my experience earlier in the game, I had to take some back from him in the lane. So now I've kind of fixed that problem. Okay, we're going through. We're going to grab our XP on the bottom part. And then this time we'll go rotating down to the bottom. Well, yeah, we'll go down to the bottom because we're going to go to the top because I have to go back up to the top to grab that XP that I missed. You can see there's a little yellow dot up there. This guy right here, I want that. So then, now that we're close to the top, we will go into the lane up here. Ooh, hello. Okay, we picked that up. Here comes an enemy Charmander, or I think that's actually the second form is a Charmeleon, and we got that kill too. So that means we can get a dunk here, I think. for a big full 40. Now, when you dunk, not only do you get the points, but you also get some health back, and you get some experience for it too. So dunkings can be really important, but because all the points are doubled after the 2 minute mark, anything really before the 2 minute mark, it's great, but you're not going to win a game unless you dunk after the 2 minute mark. Ooh, I'm a little out of position here, but we got the kill. Okay. Oh, can we get a kill here? Can we get a kill here? I think we do. Yep, we do. And look, just in time, all my jungle's back up. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. You just come in here. You can see I usually go the same pathway for the most part. Yeah, and then we're gonna go into the bottom this time, because we don't have to go back up top to get that last lobster. This time the last lobster is right here on the bottom. We're going to come down here, and it looks like that map objective, the Dreadnought, was still up. So we're going to... Nope, it is not up, but man, we just killed the whole enemy team, so might as well go in here and get another dunk. Okay. Just grab an XP in the middle here. Oh, that might be the enemy's jungle. As you can see, we're really, he really just chose to run away from us, which with this character, you just can't. I just do so many attacks so fast that if you just run away, I'm just going to slowly drain your health like I did to him. So, doing pretty good, as you can see. I'm going to go back into the jungle now, start that process over. If you look at my level, we're level 12, and I said typically I shoot to be level 13 by the time we get to the 2 minute mark, and we have 4.5 minutes right now. So I'm doing really well. I'm 2.5 minutes ahead of when I'd like to be at 13, which should be good because I doubt there's many other people right now that are that high. It looks like pretty much while I've been doing this, my team has been winning a lot of the engages against the opponent. Since my whole team's down here in bottom, we can see that timer says that the new Dreadnought is going to spawn in about 10 seconds. So just going to kind of clean up this lane a little bit. Hopefully my team realizes this and backs up. Yep. I would like to do it. Let's see if they come back with me. They know. I think I can do it by myself, yeah. You can see I'm really burning through him. Boom. And now what I'd like to do is I'd like to go back to the base. We can see that the other map objective is still up. I'd like to try and get up there quick enough that we could actually do it. Charizard is already there, and presumably I think they weren't doing it at all, so it should be okay. Yep, Charizard's done a good job. And now what we want to do is we want to walk this down to their goal. I got 50 points, so I'm maxed out. I would love to be able to get rid of them and reset before the Zapdos fight. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking this XP from the opposing team while we're moving down, just making sure that we can continue to maintain that level advantage that we've had. And there's the Insta timer. And it looks like a lot of the enemy team might just be giving up here. Just accepting the fact that we have a huge advantage. And we're basically just sitting here camping. Okay. Now, this is not typically see that now they're saying enough of that. They all came back. I'm using my ultimate here just to really drive that home. So the only downside to that was I lost track of when the 2 minute timer was. And since that's the first time I've died this game, I have a huge respawn counter. And as you know, winning Zapdos is usually winning the game. So now they're all there doing it, and I'm dead, forced to watch for another 13 seconds. Which you can kill Zapdos in 13 seconds if your whole team's on it. Luckily, it looks like the opponents have chosen to forego Zapdos to try and get some easy, cheap scores in. I wouldn't recommend that if I was in their position. I think that move probably just cost them the game. If they went and got Zapdos, then I'm going to die here. But I killed 2 of them, let my team secure Zapdos, and now they're all dunking for big 68 points, 42 points. What was the other one? 72 points. So, and another 30-pointer. So we easily won this match. This Bulbasaur, for our opponents, basically chose to just try and sneak off and score, which you'll see at the scoreboard. He's going to have a lot of points scored, which is good, except for the fact that he's the only one that did, and it's, he probably would have been better served helping his team as opposed to running by himself. And that's kind of a good rule of thumb for any time you're playing this game. Even if your team is doing the quote-unquote wrong play, you're always stronger when you're together working as one team pulling for the same goal, as opposed to you saying, oh, you're doing the wrong thing, I'm just going to go by myself and do the right thing. And there you go. You can see we very easily won that. We had 3 times their score. And at the scoreboard, wow, one of our teammates scored 340 points. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's a lot of points for one person. I had 157 that game with 13 kills and 6 assists. And it looks like for overall points, this guy ended up with MVP with a total of 85 MVP points, and I had 83, so he just barely beat me out. Looking at the opponent's team, another Cinderace with 0. I can relate. But they also had 5, a 10, and a 35. And here's that Venusaur that I said was going to have a lot of points, but ultimately his team would have very little, and there you go. Yes, he was able to put up a huge number, would have been second on my team, but it also forced his teammates to constantly be doing a 4 versus 5, which is why they lost pretty easily. So yeah, that's going to be my review of Pokemon Unite. Pretty straightforward. As I said, I have been doing a lot more Pokemon Unite streams. I will continue to. I don't think I'm quite yet at a point where I'm going to be putting up a weekly schedule. So the best thing I would say is probably join our Discord page. It's Inspired Incompetence. I usually put an announcement out on the Discord server when I'm going to go live and try and give people a heads up so they can prepare and plan around that. But yeah, if you're interested, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube page. Hit the little bell so you get notifications. That way, if you don't want to join our Discord server, anytime I go live, you'll get a little notification. And I hope this was helpful, and maybe I'll see some of you at a later date. See ya!